Okay, so I'm going to show you around the dish room. So through this door is the C area. This is where red shirts, when they're not working, would come and hang out. You get to really know your fellow red shirts here. This is where students will come and they'll drop off their plates and their silverware and their glasses. Now, through this door is the actual dish room, which is where you'll be working. So this area here is what's called the slop trough. This is where the sloppers will take food off the plates and put them onto the dish machine. Over here, in these sinks, is where silverware will get sprayed off and get cleaned. This here is Hobart. This is where all the food gets ground up and turned into compost, and then it actually goes to the college farm and becomes fertilizer. This is the unloading area. This is where the unloaders will take the clean plates off the dish machine and put them into the proper rack. And then finally, over here, this is the silver sorting station, where clean silverware will get sorted into its proper location. This is the C. There are 2 C people on your average shift. One's responsible for each one of these windows. It's your job to keep an eye on these tubs. You want to make sure that everything gets put in its proper place. So, for example, silverware goes into the red tubs. Now, as the tubs get full, you'll take them and move them onto the actual C. You'll then come down here, grab an empty one, and put it back on. Eventually, you'll get 4 black tubs. Then what you want to do is you want to shout, "Tubs," alerting the rest of the dish room you're about to run. Then you come over here to this switch, you flip it, and send the tubs into the dish room. Okay? So this is the slop. This is actually my personal favorite because a lot of times sloppers get into races between each other. So for this, you probably want to wear some gloves. They'll be over here. If you're ever out of gloves, just ask your blue shirt and he or she will go get you some more. So, once you've got your gloves, or not if you don't want them, your job is going to be to load the plates onto the dish machine. So what you want to do is you actually want to take the plate and you want to get everything off. Be especially careful with things like napkins, which tend to stick. And then you just load them on. Also, you'll be responsible for things like glasses. So what you want to do here is empty out what's in the glass, put it into the proper rack. When this rack is full, you'll put it onto an empty space. Then, you want to get one of these green covers that sit over here and cover the rack with it. And then when you need a new glass rack, just turn around and they'll be right here. You'll also have to take care of mugs. Dump out whatever's in the mug and put it into these brown racks here. When you need a new brown rack, you can find them over here. Now to turn on the dish machine, you press one of these 2 flaps here. And to turn on the Hobart, you press this green button. To turn them off, you just push this red button, and to turn off the dish machine, just press these 2 flaps. Okay, so for unload, you're going to need a certain type of gloves. You need to get these big white Mickey Mouse looking things, and you need to get them out of this blue bin here. The blue one is for clean. When you're done, you put them in the red one over here for dirty. So once you've got your gloves, you come over here. There are 2 unloaders. There's the small unload, and then there's the big unload. The small unload is responsible for things like these little plates and the monkey bowls. I don't know why they're called monkey bowls. And the plastic plates. The big unload is responsible for dinner plates, red trays, like these, as well as clean glasses and clean mugs that come out. So for silver, you're responsible for these red cups. When it gets pretty full, grab a cup and bring it into the dish. You'll put it here, and initially you'll want to put it into this first compartment. Now there isn't a rack here right now, so I'll show you where to get more. Clean silver racks are over here. You bring one over, put it into the sink, and dump out. You then let the tub get cleaned off by the slop crew. You want to take the hose and rinse everything off. You want to be sure to be very thorough. You may need to move things around, take some chunks of food out, but you really want to get this as clean as possible. Then you'll want to put it into the second compartment that's full of the blue solution and let it sit for about 5 minutes or so. Then you'll take it out and put it onto the dish rack. The unloaders will alert you when there's silver that needs to be taken off. Then you'll bring the silver from the unloading station over here. Now you can use one of two types of gloves. You can either use the white unloading gloves, or you can use these, which are latex free. You can't use the slop gloves, that's very important. So, choose whatever you'd like. Put on your gloves, and then you'll want to sort. So you'll want to get all the forks together, all the knives together, and spoons together. Pretty self-explanatory. When you've got enough, you'll take something, for example, spoons, and you'll put them into these white compartments. And then you put them over here. It's forks up top, then knives, then spoons, and then the soup spoons. If you need more of these gray things to sort, they're right under here. This is footage of an actual run that went through the dish. If you can't show up for a shift, for whatever reason, whether you're sick or there's an emergency, come to Gateway and log in. Come over here to the Moodle tab, and then under Administrative Groups, go to Dining Services. Then click on the Substitution Board, and then all you have to do is add a new discussion topic. You'll include your name, what shift you're asking a sub for, anything else like that. And then someone should usually pick it up. Now, please, 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 if you can't make it to a shift, get a sub. It's really important. If you don't get a sub, number one, it means the shift is short people, which means everybody else has to do a lot more work. And on top of that, you will get a cut. If you get 3 cuts, you end up getting fired. So it's just much easier to get a sub. And the earlier you get a sub, the better.
Here are just a few things to keep in mind. Remember to show up early so that you can eat, and remember to wear the proper clothes. Recall that you can work either on the floor or in the dish room. If you have any questions, just ask your blue shirt or another worker. And most importantly, remember to have fun.